Hello, welcome back to the channel. Been up to quite a bit since the last video. Finally got rid of the lockdown hairdo. It was way overdue. I've had to build another brooder. It's not great. I had to knock it up really quickly, and that's got the quails in because the Cayuga ducks are just growing up so quickly and they are so messy. If anyone's considering doing this, then be prepared, because ducks especially are very, very messy. They literally just pick the food up, slosh it around in the water, which is empty again, and they just paint it up the windows and walls. It is frustrating. So yeah, it's literally every other day I'm having to clean them out. Anyway, going back to the last video, if you remember, I had just put in the free-range shop-bought eggs in the stellabator, which are on day 7 today, along with the pheasant eggs. So a little bit later on, I'm going to give them a cheeky little candle to see if we're actually growing anything inside from the farm shop-bought eggs. I didn't actually go back and pick any more up. I was going to pick some up on the way home from grass cutting last Friday, but I didn't, purely because I wouldn't have the room. Because at the weekend, had a special delivery over here, look. Mandarin duck eggs, finally. So what happened is back in the lllast week, I emailed a guy on eBay, a bloke called Wayne, fantastic bloke, communication spot on. He had a listing for $35.99 for 6 hatching Mandarin pure breed eggs. So I reached out to him because I wanted 12, and I said, what kind of deal can you do for 12? So he said, I could do 12 for 70 quid, not a problem. So brilliant. So just before I ordered them, I noticed that he was actually only about an hour up the road from where we live. So I thought, well, email him again and say, look, can we pick them up? He went, yeah, of course. So he went out and checked, and he said, look, I've got 11 collected. He said, so if you can leave it till like at least lunchtime Saturday, then you can come up and pick them up, not a problem. Which obviously then saves the whole postal system, gives them a better hatch rate, so get them in nice and, you know, so they're not being messed around by the postman throwing them around, even though they're wrapped up and say fragile all over them. So I couldn't actually go because I worked away this weekend with my friend Jordan, JM Cabin Services, link in the corner as usual, for if you want a cabin built or a summer house or a garden office or anything, he's your man. JM Cabin Services, and there's a link in the description. So we went and built this little garden summer house thing at the weekend, and it was quite hot and I got sunburnt, so I couldn't pick them up. But my friend Lloyd, who funds the eggs and helps me out with getting the eggs, he said he'll travel up there and got them. So he went up there and got them, brought them back here. They were left to sit for 12 hours, and then when I got back Sunday afternoon, stuck them in here in the incubator, not touching them, on their own, everything sitting perfectly. So fingers crossed, this year we'll get some Mandarin duck eggs hatched out. That's the plan. I've also picked up another 6 eggs from a friend of mine who hasn't got the incubator space to put them in. So I'm going to fire up the mini beta, which I have done already, stick them in there in a bit. But first of all, I need to get some cleaning up done and stuff, because I'm not actually working today. I've got a day off. 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is my minibus went in for the water leak fix yesterday, and I wasn't planning on having it back, but he actually done it yesterday and got it back. It turned out to be, after taking the bumper off and the alternator off and the grille and the headlights and finally getting to the problem, because it's so compact in there, it turns out it was a hose clip that had actually perished away and broke. Not one of the old ones that you do up with a screwdriver that clamps it round, the ones where you put pliers on and you feed it on and off and then let go, and it literally just rotted away. So it was a pretty cheap fix, so I'm happy. But secondly, I've got a poorly Rosie who was sick in the early hours this morning, so she's not allowed to go nursery. So I'm basically looking after her. Well, I'm not, she's up the house and I'm down here, so I better go back up there and check on her. But I'm going to get all these cleaned out, and then hopefully a little bit later I'm going to go in Aviary as well, because I'm almost at the stage now of pairing up finches. I do believe I've got 2 males and 4 females, and I don't know, so I'm going to see what I can pair up to go back to the pet shop. Do that at all. I think I got it right though. There's it took a while because they just don't stay still, and it's very difficult to actually count them. But I believe that they, from 2 different parents, sets of parents, because I ringed them, if you remember, I ringed them blue for out of one that was down here, and the ones in here pink rings, I think, or was it the other way around? I don't know, it might be the other way around. Anyway, 5 hatched in there, 3 hatched in there, and there's the 5 out of there, there's 2 males, 3 females, and the 3 from in here with the blue rings, there's 1 male and 2 females. So that's 3 pairs that I've got, which I can sell on now as like not inbred with themselves or siblings. They are actually from different parents. And in here, this is actually, there's another nest in here, so they moved out of that one because it's covered in poo, and just moved in there, and we've got a little baby hatching there already, so that's pretty cool. And Violet's just gobbing off at me like she always does. She's sitting on, I think, about 7 eggs. So yeah, that's all sorted now. So what I'm going to do, the sun's just come out, cleaned out them lot down there. I'm going to have to pick the kids up from school and go and get some more sawdust, because I've basically run out. I've done the whole thing since them ducks come along, and it goes through it very quickly. So I'm going to go get some on the school run, and it's all cleared up now, nice and sunny. It's quite warm in here, so I'm going to get the ducklings out of the shed when I get back, give them a little paddle around in the paddling pool or bucket or tub or something. Get out for someone like you. Definitely way more scatty and scared of us than any of the ducklings from last year, which is a good thing, because these ones they're going to be wild ducks, that's the plan. So I don't really want them imprinted on humans. That's just never good at all. But I think they've had their time now. Rosie just won't leave them alone. She's obviously not ill from school at all, so that's a day off work for no reason. So she's going to nursery tomorrow. So I'm going to get them back in, out of the way, before Rosie kicks one of them over off the swing, and then yeah, candle them eggs in there to see if we've got any shop bought growth. See how quiet it is in here? Nothing, no noise at all. As I finished talking just then and turned the camera off, I turned round and a sparrowhawk just flew straight off the shed and disappeared, off the aviary, and disappeared round there. Everyone is in dead silence. Doesn't happen very often in my aviary at all. That's the first time I've seen one. Emma's seen one twice, but I never have. It's nice and peaceful. So I'm going to get them ducks put away before one disappears. Yes, indeed, they are Nerf bullets. Perfect. I've got them all over my homemade incubators because they're perfect for ventilation and feeding water in, so you don't have to lift the lid and cause problems with the incubation. So what I've done is just cut loads of Nerf bullets down, so if the humidity is too low or too high, I can ventilate, and I've got holes everywhere with Nerf bullets because Ewan's got hundreds of them all over the house. So right, still shook up about that sparrowhawk. If I wasn't in the garden, it could have just took one of the ducks away. But the birds are okay now, they've settled down again. Been out, watered, done stuff, and the kids are eating their dinner. So now I'm going to get ready to go over there and candle all them eggs in there. I've also got the 2 cool ducks still in there. There's only 2 left. They're doing really well, actually. Trouble is, I didn't actually, for some stupid reason, I didn't note on the calendar when they're due. So I'm kind of guessing, going back through my own videos, as to when I put them in there, which I believe might have been about the 2nd of April. So I'm gonna say they're gonna hatch a week on Friday. That's a guess. I'll probably lock them down middle of next week and just see what happens. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on, get them candled, and hopefully forming some kind of embryo in shop bought eggs. Right, I'm going to get this done as quick as I can because I've had to ramp up the heat in the shed, and it's really, really roasting in here to compensate the fact that I've got the incubator open and it's not just going to rush cold air in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to candle the pheasant eggs. Never done them before, but I assume the principle is exactly the same. You candle them and they could be forming. Then obviously the 6 farm shop eggs, and then I've got the 2 cool ducks, which will check them as well anyway. So I'm going to switch the lights off and give it a shot. Right, so it's all dark, I'll get my torch. Right, so I'm going to start on just get the call ducks done, just to double check on them. Okay, it's not great on a camera, but there's movement in the call duck, that one. Let's get the other ones right at the back. It really is roasting hot in here. That's the second call duck, which is absolutely fine as well. God, I wish this could be a lot easier for you to see. I really do, but it's not that simple. It really isn't. Right, okay, so I'm going to move on to pheasants. Let's check the pheasants. Really hard to see in there, but I can see blood vessels. I can see veins, so that one's okay. You want the second one? Got you fly through these, filling up nicely. Anyway, right, onto the shop bought eggs. So these just came from a farm shop, and as you can see clearly in that one, you can see the yolk here. That one is not forming at all, so I'm going to put that one to one side and take it out. This one, again, nice yolk, nothing else inside that egg. I'll take that one out. God, I'm going to have spare space, I have to buy some more eggs. Third one, nothing at all. Obviously I'm not going to eat these because they've been heating up for a week. Let's take that one out. This one, again, nothing. That's what you get for buying shop bought eggs. Oh, hello. Now I do believe something might have happened in there, but that's not looking good at all. I'm going to leave it in just a little bit longer anyway. And the last one, oh hello, look at that. That looks like blood vessels and an embryo forming there. Again, not 100% convinced, but it's looking, I don't know, I'll leave it in there. We'll see what happens. Jesus Christ, I'm roasting. Well, I'm not sure on the pheasants. What I might do at the weekend is candle them again properly, just to see, like, without the camera in the way, so I can have a look properly to make sure things are right and get a stronger torch. That one's not the best, and I still had some kind of light in here for the camera, even though you didn't notice at all. So I took out 4 of the shop bought eggs, 2 left in there. One I don't think so, one I'm not sure. Looks like it's doing alright. It's got the spider web of the veins, but we'll leave it in there. The 2 call ducks, like I said, I don't know when they're due because I didn't put it on the calendar because I'm an umpty. But I'm just gonna have a guess at locking them down Tuesday or Wednesday next week. But we'll see what happens. But now I've got the spare space taking them 4 out. I put the 6 eggs into the mini baiter that my friend gave me. Not sure what they are. I think from the picture he sent me they look like some kind of crested Indian runner, but we'll see. So I'm going to move them into the cradle so I don't have to keep turning them. I don't have to turn nothing. Everything's just as it is. Just walk away. Leave the heating on, walk away. So I'm going to shut all these up, put them down for the excuse me. I'm going to shut all these up, put them Jesus. So yeah, I'm going to shut all these down, make sure I've got food, water, and then I'm going to go back up the house and think about what I'm going to do next. So I'm working tomorrow. I need to go and pick up a shed for my neighbours. It's a freebie, but I said I'll get it for them. I've also got to a possible little garden tidy up, move some plants around again, and then grass cut Friday, and then the weekend, I don't know. We don't know. But that shed and all that crap that you keep seeing on videos out there, that will be going in May. That's a May job to get all that gone, dug out, new shed built. So thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications. Set your preferences to all. That way YouTube will let you know when I've uploaded a new video. But I'm going to, seriously. So I got a cold. I haven't got COVID because I've done a lateral flow test this morning. So it's not COVID. And it's not man flu because I'm standing here talking to you. Else I would be dead up there somewhere. So I'm going to go and sit down and do nothing. Thanks for watching. Bye.